It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. As they start on the ground, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Green.
Again, it's Mixon. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. An option handoff here to Mixon. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. They run forward with Mixon, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 31, Murray. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Finding room at midfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, it's Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Running left, it's Mixon. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. Able to slither by. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, man, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them. I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Faking the handoff. Howell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Let's go now.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right deep?
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. After the sack on 1st down, Murray. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell, his throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Panthers Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
18 Rebels. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Howell. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Howell from the gun. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have retaken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they go play action with Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
From the gun on third down, Howell runs over it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Murray off play action. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set. Running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, Brad, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. There was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 19, they'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Powell now to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
18 Cardinals.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Part of the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap.
Touchdown, Bengals. George Kittle, a 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 41, Powell. He's got this to Pickens. Touchdown, Carolina. George Pickens. 59 yards. And the Panthers are back within a couple of the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Inside handoff to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run with Mixon, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and the Panthers will get the football back.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19, 18,
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
79 Broncos.
2nd down. Howell now. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This a big play from both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And some room to run now. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That good for 19 and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Ready, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Sit.
Now Murray.
He finds Kittle going across the field.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Murray to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. To throw, Murray. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
This from long, very long range. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage had to help fuel all what happened for them down this stretch. A huge win.
So for Cincinnati, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they